Alright, good evening. It's almost 2015, which means let's stream one more time before the end of the year. Because why not? I'm going to play Neo Scavenger again, because this game's pretty sweet actually. And I'm quite getting into it, and I've managed to avoid spoiling myself on a lot of the game's secrets and how it works and the plot, so I'm interested to see how far I can go with this. I think last time we survived for about two or more days, something like that. So let's see if we can top it. So last time it turns out being a medic is really good because you kind of get a first aid kit at the start. Still like botany. And I'm just going to try and avoid combat as much as possible. So I think athletic and eagle eye are good. And I might. I'm going to go for hiding as well. And. What else could I take? Let's take mechanic. Because I want to test having some floors for once. So I'm going to take. Oh, I need to take more floors. So I'm going to try taking metabolism, because I think if we've got botany, that'll balance out the fact we need to eat more. And if we're gonna be avoiding fights, we can probably take feeble, which also allows us to take. Let's take lock picking. Right, so all these things seem to have nice little boost to this start bit. So if you haven't seen this game before, basically trying to survive in a nuclear wasteland. So we wake up in a cryostasis pod, and all we can hear is something down the hallway. So I am going to. I've not done mechanic before, I don't think. So we lock the door shut, and we keep ourselves safe. Also, just in case anyone is watching, can you let me know if the sound is working? Because I was messing around with a lot of stuff earlier. I think it's working, but who knows? So we will check the computer as always, and we are Philip Kindred. There is no data on us, which is mysterious enough. We were committed 2019. I don't know what year this actually takes place in, but the rest were here a bit while before us. So that's that. So we climb out the window, and we are in some kind of wilderness, and we hear a gun in the distance. And we have a bit of amnesia. Just because. Always want a bit of amnesia. And it's raining to start, which is not good. So basically, to give the premise, we are going to kind of try and find our way in this desolate world that seems to have been rocked by some kind of disaster. And as we're about to see, we are not massively well equipped to deal with it. We kind of have a hospital gown, and that's it. So our first step, oh Christ, is not press that button, is we can scavenge areas for clothes, food, things that are going to keep us alive. So the first place we're going to scavenge is the cryo facility, and we can use some of the benefits we picked up earlier. We can use hello everyone. So we can use our medical ability and our eagle eye ability to help us scavenge, which means we turn up more stuff. And we turn up two really useful things at the start: a multi-tool pocket knife, which will be good for. Well, it's like a Swiss Army knife, so I imagine it has multiple uses, mainly having something to defend ourselves with. And a first aid kit, which I imagine is probably quite crucial. Getting into this game makes you realise how fragile our weak human bodies are, because even the smallest cut and wound will get infected. You need to treat them as soon as possible. There are in-game sounds. They aren't. I've done something, it's not the game. I've done something that has stopped the in-game sounds working, but I didn't want to go live late to sort it out. The sound is good, but I don't think it's essential. And if you haven't seen this game before, Ufacrana, it is very interesting. So we kind of scavenged that place. We have the first aid kit, we have a tool. We're going to head towards this town because the first thing we want to do is try and find some clothes and shelter, because otherwise this rain's going to send us some hypothermic pretty quickly. And to further the theory that everything's kind of turned into a bit of a wasteland, this picture here kind of illustrates that things appear to have gone to shit since we went to the cryostasis tube. And that kind of sets up the scene quite nicely. And I've figured out since that if we do get attacked, I can switch this to the knife. Before I couldn't figure it out. I was just punching people with like a knife in my hand, which probably confused the enemies. So in every town and every tile we can scavenge for anything really. So we're in a town, which means we can scavenge a storage shed or a mobile home. And generally I feel like the best plan is to scavenge for everything. And every time you try to scavenge, you have like a sneak rating, which is, are people going to figure out you're there, which is normally very bad, how safe it is, and how much loot you're going to get. So say if we put on hiding and mechanic, mechanic increases the safety of scavenging, but hiding pretty much brings our loot down to 0, but makes it very impossible to be found. I'm just going to go for mechanic. Mechanic also turns down the loot, so I can't really use either of these at the moment. Oh, it looks like we just might have hit the mother load. Although, again, because we didn't sneak, we just alerted nearby creatures. And getting a 5 creature, as I have found, is usually a very fatal experience. And this is actually perfect. So we have found some cloves, and they all have value. I haven't got to what the value means yet. I assume you can trade later on, which is in okay condition, so I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put on another shirt over the top of it. Oh, you can't put on 3 shirts. We are going to put a hoodie on over that. So this will be good because it will be warm and it's raining, and you can catch hypothermia. We have a water bottle, cornucola, and yeah, some empty water bottles we can't do much with. That's a rifle scope, which I imagine looks like it's quite valuable, but we have nowhere to re-put it. We can drink the water, which I think has got me in trouble before, because I think you can get diarrhea and stuff. And we're going to take the bits of string, because the game has a rather in-depth crafting system. So later on we could use this, as I found out in my first run that I streamed, I could tie this to a sled and carry the sled around with tons and tons of items, which made the run a lot easier because I could just carry a bunch of water and food along with me. Or I could use it maybe to make other stuff, I guess. But it's important to have that stuff. Yeah, it's decadent. Yeah, if I could have a towel, I'd love a towel, but unfortunately I can't. So, and this will happen a lot. We scavenge and don't find anything useful. Now, this isn't the first time I've played this, and I kind of know over to this area there's a plot point. So I'm going to kind of head towards that, because I'm really intrigued to see what the plot is. We are unable to see when the conditions making activity difficult. And there is a feral dog, which I'd rather try and avoid, but we're going to have to end our turn here, so you only get a certain amount of moves per turn. It is a turn-based roguelike, which is a really interesting combination of things, and I quite like it. And the feral dog disappears, so now that it's our next turn, because the conditions are really bad, we only have one move per turn, which is quite bad. So I'm going to use it to scavenge, and we can scavenge the forest. And this is where botany comes in handy. So botany is an understanding of knowledge in plants, which I imagine if there really was a nuclear apocalypse, or I assume this is nuclear, might not be. This would be really useful because normally, if you weren't me, you wouldn't fall down a ravine. Normally it helps you find fruit and water, which makes staying alive a lot easier, because otherwise food is quite hard to come by. But instead we just fell down a ravine. And as we can see here, we scratched our lower leg, and our left leg was whipped. So we can go to conditions screen and we can see we've got a cut and some bleeding. I'm going to... did I have disinfectant? No. So to avoid this getting infected, I'm going to put on some rags. If it gets infected, it's pretty nasty, because you have to hope you kind of stumble across the right medicine, I believe. And we could also see on the ground there are trees which we can use to make wood. There's this spoiled meat which I think eating would be a very bad idea, and some pebbles. And we can rest and heal, which I think we're probably going to do for now. It kind of turns everywhere into a campsite, and as we can see, we're barely healing. We will get some sleep. The shelter's bad, and the concealment isn't great either. In fact, we're not going to rest and heal because at the moment the cut is tied up, so we've only got a bruise. And we can do a couple of things. We can spy on a creature or a hex. I've not quite figured out how that entirely works yet. We can run places, which I think increases the chances of like tripping. And considering our clumsy ass fool just fell down a ravine, probably shouldn't. We can hide, which is good if there's enemies nearby, and we can cover our tracks, which is good. Normally there's like 2 red footsteps which indicate that, I believe. So instead I'm just going to move on. And we can see again. I've kind of forgotten exactly what the glowing boxes mean. I think it means there are places to scavenge there. Oh, and it's morning, so we can see a lot more. I think the time of day you start is random. So this dog can probably see us and might start heading towards us. So I'm going to start moving towards the city. And I'll hide our tracks here. And we'll see what we've got. So we've got 2 abandoned buildings. There's one crumbling, one abandoned. Let's go for the one that isn't crumbling first. And, ooh. Sleeping bags are like the best thing to find, because then you can sleep and not freeze to death at the same time. Which means we've got some decisions to make. I'm going to drop the knife and carry the sleeping bag by hand, because at the moment the only storage we have is this little pocket in our hoodie, the first aid kit, and our own hands. It's very, very strict on your inventory. I'm going to stick the knife in our hoodie so we can always whip it out in a struggle. Drink the water. Drink the whiskey? Well, it is New Year's. Oh, we're drunk. Oh, God, I didn't realise you could get drunk. Did we just like down the whole bottle? We only had one part of it. One shot gets our guy drunk. He's not well suited to this. I don't know what drunk is. Let's end the turn. I'm not sure if I should get drunk in this situation. Let's scavenge to a place while drunk. That can't possibly go wrong. And that's more. Bloody hell, this place is like a bloody distillery. The fact that this is worth so much, I'm guessing because small spoiler, there is human civilization is still around, so I assume you can sell them stuff later for like clothes and whatnot. So I would carry this around if I could. I'm gonna swap the string out for medium string and drink some water. Hey, HP brain case. And there's also these newspapers on the ground which kind of give a little interesting insight into what's happened. They've made a self-replicating nanomachine cell. It didn't say when the newspaper's from, so it kind of gives a hint as to what might have happened. Maybe nanomachines happened and kind of went wrong and destroyed society. It's hard to tell. So I'm gonna move up towards the east. Oh, and there's another person. And it looks like they're holding a crowbar, so I'm not sure if I want to get in a scrap with them just yet. So I'm just gonna move myself. I've not seen this many like potential enemies on a map before. I hope they don't all start converging on me. So yeah, I think oh. Okay. So we have a headache and we're vomiting. Normally I'd say that's illness, that's probably just a hangover. So I think we can ignore that, although it's going to take our thirst and hunger down to bad levels. Let's move towards this forest, covering our tracks as we go, because there's obviously a lot of enemies nearby. I'm going to let them hopefully let those 2 feral dogs eat that other man. And head here, because we can find some food, I believe. So let's try to not fall down a ravine. Oh, no, we just didn't find anything. Botany, you're letting me down. Normally when you've got botany, it's pretty easy to kind of just scavenge out some food. There we go. So, very important to read the descriptions on this, because this says Agaria spisporus edible. That's a poisonous death cap mushroom. I think before I accidentally ate the wrong ones in a haste to get some food, and accidentally gave myself illness and died from the illness. And we're just going to pig out on all these berries now because we don't have a way of carrying them around. And we are going to drink the water on the ground, which I believe can cause illness as well. It's best to get it out of bottles, but we don't really have a choice at this moment. That's why botany are good. I mean, it's a little small to see on the stream, maybe, but we've got these bars here. So we've got sated hunger, slaked thirst, we're well rested, we're unburdened, we are shivering, and hypothermia is a real threat in this game. The outdoor temperature, we're getting colder, and we are in pain, probably from falling down the ravine and or the hangover. So let's move into the city. We'll hide our tracks and we'll scavenge one place. You have 4 places to scavenge, which is quite good. There's a locked storage shed. Let's go there, because, oh. No one's been able to remove it. I thought we had lock picking. That's interesting. I thought, okay. Okay, let's go for the office tower instead. And we keep alerting nearby creatures. That's probably why there's so many. Let's open. Did have lockpicking. I wonder if the lock's just too good for us at the moment, or we need like some kind of lockpicking tool. We do have the multi-tool, but I don't want to put the sleeping bag on the ground in case it disappears. I don't think it will, but I'm paranoid about things like that. Let's work our way through the rest of these buildings. If anyone wants me to leave the text and stuff up here on for a bit longer, let me know. Nothing in there. And check the other storage shed. Nothing in there. Not having too much luck, are we? So a peculiar sound becomes audible. Distant hummings, like small gas engines out of stillness. So I believe this is the plot area is nearby then. Oh, something moved by there and I didn't see what it was. Let's scavenge the places here. I would quite like to find some jeans or something, because at the moment we don't have any. Instead we're finding a plastic bag. Actually is quite good, because finding bags is pretty important because you can put stuff in them. So now we've got a bit more room to carry things. That's more newspapers about the nanomachines. And we can fill that with, if we find some berries again, we can like fill them up and take them around for later. Keep scavenging. Nothing there. Nothing there. So let's hide our tracks and move on to the next town next turn. And it's getting a bit dark. It's evening, so if we scavenge these 2 cities and then we can camp out. Chips and Pop-Tarts. That sounds like a good breakfast. I need to. It's not quite breakfast here. It's 6 PM here at the moment. So, oh wow, there's a lot of places. Okay, there's the plot area. Zomzoms, a place to eat. Which in a nuclear wasteland is pretty much the best advertising. We have food. Locked storage shed. No, same thing. Let me try and see if we can do this. If I put that on the ground quickly, and hopefully this doesn't disappear. Oh, I picked the wrong place. Whoops. No, we can't. I wonder how the lockpicking works then. Hey Rebellious, you know. Okay, well, let's stop scavenging and see if I can pick that back up. There we go. Oh yeah, knife. Knife back into hoodie. And shopping bag of first aid back in as well. And we'll see if we have any more luck with these places. Oh, that's another sleeping bag. That's a Shockmark Trek, and this is a Pharaoh mummy sleeping bag. I like the sound of the other one, and it seems like it's smaller. Like way smaller. Like, how does a human fit in it? I'm going to take it. If it's worth more, it's probably better. And it only takes up that many slots, so... There we go, 2 shopping bags. Perfect. You may think, like, why are you excited about having 2 shopping bags? That's a lot of storage space, when normally you don't have any storage space. And let's end the turn. And go through... There's actually a lot of buildings around here. This is a nice little cluster, so maybe this is like an old big town, or things was just naturally where they're going to put a place to eat. We will go there tomorrow morning, I think, after we like sleep and whatnot. We'll see if we can just cram in some more scavenging in the meantime. I'm not normally this unsuccessful at scavenging, but you know, them's the breaks. Aha, there we go. Jeans. They go great with our hospital gown, which we're still wearing. Another shopping bag. The Troy Jupiter Group has been dealing with a month-long strike at its mine at Jupiter's L4 supercluster. The swine distributes choke supplies to Earth and costs Troy Jupiter around 1.2 billion in revenue. Wow, so we're in a future where we are mining on Jupiter. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Drink the water. Put on a shoe. It will make us a bit uncomfortable, but it will also keep us a bit warm. We'll take some foil, and we'll take a spare shirt just in case. And dirty rags, because I think we might be able to clean them later, and then having rags means we can bandage ourselves up a bit. We're still bruised, that's still cut. But yeah, now we are fully clothed. Oh wow, there's a lot of strangers. Strangers leader. His upper arm is scratched. Okay, so basically combat is a long drawn out affair, as it normally would be if you met someone in the wastelands and decided to have a fight. So we could reveal ourselves, kind of go for like a diplomatic option. We could wait and see what happens, or we could like search and see if we can spot this guy. It's put us in like a combat encounter type scenario, so there's definitely someone there, and we saw them kind of go towards us. We didn't find them. I'm going to... oh, well, there's some potatoes on the ground, potato chips on the ground. I'm going to put down our first aid box quickly and put in the knife in our hand, the blade in our hand. And I'm going to wait and see what I'm going to take cover and then look again. See, we could make a blind retreat and try and get out of this, but if there's like 2 people around, I don't think we want to do that. We could reveal ourselves, but I'm not sure it'd be the smartest thing. I'm just going to keep I'm just going to keep searching for this guy and see if I can spot him. Aha, okay, we see him. He is tough, he's behind cover, and he has a meat cleaver, which I think is a little bit more powerful than our little knife. And we have a multitude of options. We can surrender to him, which may not get us anywhere. He might still butcher us to death, and we have to drop all our items. We could try and retreat. We can try and move away slowly. We can run away. We can move away under cover, because it looks like he hasn't noticed us yet. He's still searching. We could raise our weapon and threaten it, which is a blade, but he has a meat cleaver. We could demand that he surrender. We could start making moves to attack him. We could offer a ceasefire. We could offer to talk. I'm gonna try and retreat. And okay, so when we retreat on the map, I believe it moves us into another one of the hexes nearby, and this has moved us into that plot area I was talking about, which is Zonzons, wonderfully marketed as a place to eat. So I'm going to leave. So it's the first sign of civilization we've come across. and let's see where it goes. Sorry, it's just my Twitch dashboard is saying I'm offline, and I don't know if I am offline. I hope I'm not offline. So yes, there's people hanging around. Let's see what happens when we go towards. So we're going to approach the warehouse, which tells us again this is a place to eat. It's actually a building, so there's a functioning building, and there is a queue to get in, and we have some mercenaries who are armed, so we're probably not going to mess with them too much. And we interpret that there are some possible prisoners or slaves there, so we need to be a little bit careful. We could leave, or we can approach the line. Okay, you seem to be online to me. Okay, that's good. I guess being Twitch. So we're in the line, and we're trying to make sense of what's going on. And when we get to the head of the line, and we are asked stock or spectator. Now, I know we can say what? We can kind of say we're stock. We can say we're spectator. I've always found the situation saying stock is a bad idea, because that, when you see like slaves or prisoners possibly, marketing yourself as stock is probably not good. I want to see like I know what's going on, so I'll say spectator. And oh crap, we left our bag of first aid on the floor there, didn't we? Damn. So they might take some items, and they don't take any. It looks like. Oh, Twitch does that a lot. Okay. So we walk in. Oh, I think I forfeited my knife instead. So there's a gladiator pit. There's a bunch of industrial music, always good. But we can smell food. And there's an arena with walls with spectators. So it looks like there's kind of like, as the game says, a gladiator pit going on. But our character's more interested in the food. He's probably quite hungry. We had those potato chips on the ground. He would have seen them, didn't get to eat them. So we move through. And yes, now we've eaten at Zomzom's barbecue. And we are given some food, and to be honest, it seems like a good place. It's a club, free food, and we've only had to kind of forfeit our knife for now. And this came up on the last stream. The next few lines kind of go into quite great detail about the meat and how it tastes, and how you not taste anything like it, but it's a little bit like veal. I am slightly worried, and I have no confirmation if this is the case, because I've gone out of my way to avoid anything about the plot. I have a sneaky suspicion, given how these settings can go, this might be human meat. Hopefully it isn't. If it is, then we're just basically a cannibal right now. So we've possibly eaten some human meat. And right, everyone raises their numbers, and all that stamp we got earlier, it's a UV one, and ours is a lamb. Oh, that's interesting. I think last time ours was not a lamb, it was a vulture. So yeah, that's what I'm worried about, what kind of meat they're barbecuing. So that's interesting. I wonder if it's because I didn't forfeit any items, because the last time this was a vulture. So this time it's a lamb, but it's not our number. Whereas this guy, he's being thrown into the pit, and and out comes a kind of robot with a morning star. So again, if people want me to leave this up, I can, but this is it's a quite well written narrative. It's just that I've seen it a few times now. Basically, robot fights human, human does not win. So he gets killed, and obviously it turns out that this is a kind of horrendous gladiator pit cross possibly human meat barbecue. And that guy was picked out because he had a lamb on his hand, and it was a low number, and he lost the lottery, basically. And it basically comes up to us that we are also currently having a lamb on our hand. So we could try and leave, we could wait, we could try and rub off the stamp. That seems to me like it might be a little bit suspicious. So I haven't gone down this path before where I've actually been a lamb. So I'm going to try and leave. And oh, someone stops us. A young man with an old face, looking to be of Asian descent, hair like a mop, big aviator glasses, and an improbably white fur coat. The best kind of fur coat. And he's pretty much stopping us from leaving. We might be eating losers rebellious, I hope we aren't. Otherwise that's a bit not good. Okay, so it looks like he is not going to kill us yet. And he says to us, we might know a thing or two about cryogenics. And if you weren't here at the start of the stream, we came out, at the start of this game, out of a cryogenic tube. So, this guy knows, probably, not sure how, but he knows that we're from the cryogenics unit. And there's someone looking for information on that, called the Stoat. And he's going to go and introduce us, so let's see what happens. And we can see the mechanics attending to their creations, which just killed a man. Losers come pre-chopped. Oh god. So the third coat turns to us and says, the Stoat is pleased to make your acquaintance about that medical plan. So I'm guessing the Stoat is actually the guy we're speaking to. So we can speak about the trade, we can give him the information on where the cryogenic tubes are, or we can just give him the bracelet. Let's give him the bracelet. Has a look. He might have to do an expedition there, and he's taking the piss out of our names. Bloody Stoat. And he's giving us a box. I don't see anything there. Okay, so he's giving us a way out. He says, unless we're still hungry, and he mocks a vomiting motion. So I'm going to guess that's slight confirmation of what we're eating there. Not quite good. And we get our stuff back by the looks of it. Although, it doesn't look like there's anything on the floor. Oh, that's... Ooh, that's not good. That looks like the I'm not making this. I can see there's a bunch of stuff on the ground, but it's not there. Has it bugged out? I hope it hasn't bugged out. Hey, there we go. Whoa. Oh crap! So it's there for the item. That's not good. So if we go to the crafting menu, I can see everything, which looks like it's got some pretty sweet stuff. But I can't see it in the items. I'm gonna guess that's a bug. 1 second. Let me save and quit. Continue. Hey, there we go. Fixed. So now we have a bow. Fuck, I've never had a bow before. That's sweet. There's some... Oh, these are brand new jeans. So, yeah, get fucked, old jeans. Oh, that's not quite what I meant to do. Oh, there's a... Okay, so there's a map. That's going to be good. There's another shoe. Oh, it's also a left shoe. That's unfortunate. We've got some shirts. Let's just drink that now. Let's empty out the locker. That's got our sleeping bag in it. Knife can go in there. Hoodie can go in there. I'll get rid of the foil, get rid of the bag. Okay, we've seen that guy. I'm liking that guy. Empty potato chip bag. A scrap of... Oh, that's how to make clean rags. That's going to be useful. The jeans have pockets. So, oh, some jelly bears. some crackers. This guy has given us a lot. A monkey wrench, but I have nowhere to put it really. Unfortunately, I've never had this much stuff just given to me. This is oh, I see. So actually, let's get naked, because all the shirts he gave us are brand new. Could probably ditch the gown actually. So we've got some brand new clothes. We've got a bow. Come on. Crocs seem to have survived the apocalypse. I take some string, I guess. Okay, I like that guy. The stoat, very handy. I didn't quite go the way I wanted to, because before when I did that, he gave me like a checkpoint on my zoomed out minimap to over here to like a military camp, and he wanted me to go do stuff. There's the guys we were scrapping with earlier. So let's hide our tracks and move over here. Send our turn. That guy, these guys are moving, and we've got blisters on our feet as well. I'm gonna start hiding and scavenging that way. And we cut ourselves on some broken glass. Are we bleeding? We're bleeding. I've already used the rag. Can you put already bloody rags? I'm gonna put them over there instead. This has been like clean of infection for a while, I guess. I don't know too much about the medical stuff, I have to admit. Let's scavenge the other place. Ah, cool, more items. We don't really need that. We don't really need makeshift rag shoe. Alright, get out of here, Crocs. These are... We can actually have proper footwear. For the first time in this game, I have proper footwear. A lot of empty whiskey over here. So I'm just blown away the fact we've got this bow. That's so cool. I've never had like a proper weapon before. I've had like that knife and a massive stick, but never a bow. These guys are still hanging around here. I don't really want to move into the open too well. Let's move into this place instead and wait for night. Do some scavenging while we're at it. See, now I find jeans. We've got a nice shoe, dirty rags, small parts. Now that's the left shoe. We could get some cargo shorts. Yeah, I know, an actual pair. And yes, they are rag shoes, but hey, you know, who am I to judge? I don't think you can... I actually should probably know this by now. I don't know if you can rotate items. Last week's insurrection in China has left the world greening. The Xinhua government has wrested control. Okay, so that's interesting. The Chinese nation appears to have had some run-in with its own people. And now I'm going to try and do some crafting, because what you can do, you've got all these recipes, and you can kind of make stuff out of stuff. So if I want to, I can turn these into dirty rags and string. I can turn a shirt into probably more dirty rags. Yep. So you can kind of craft stuff like this. So again, like, it's useful if I were able to make a can I use whiskey to clean my wounds? That's actually a really good point. I didn't think of that. A lot of the whiskey bottles have been empty, but that's actually a very good point. So yeah, that will come up more later. And I also just noticed WASD while an item is selected to rotate. Aha, okay. Get out of here, crappy string. Get in here, good string. Thank you very much, HP Brain Case. I'm tempted to see if I could sneak back round there and get my first aid kit back, but I've got nowhere to put it now. It's a constant game of decisions. Like, do I go back and okay, they've found us. This guy has an arrow and that's it. We have a bow with one arrow. That guy's got a hunting rifle. Ew. Now, just because he has a hunting rifle doesn't mean it works. I'm going to try and retreat again. And, okay. As night falls, we notice a bright glow coming from the east, easily visible through the cruise tops. There's no guarantee it could be a sign of civilization, maybe even lead on where you are or who. So, we were able to... We still have blisters on our feet. It's night. And our mini-map is now going to have a glow to the east, so that's the plan. Although, actually, I wonder if that guy who said he was making an expedition here, I wonder if he'll bump into him. Interesting. So maybe there is hope yet. I've lost where I am on the minimap. So we've managed to make it this far, now we need to make it way over there. Now seems like a good time to rest and heal. So again, we have this kind of campsite type deal. But what we can do to make our night's rest easier, we can put our sleeping bag on the ground, put it in there, and then our sleep goes way up and our healing goes up, and it will stop us kind of freezing to death in the night as well. So let's rest and heal. And okay, those two people have followed me into here. Those jerks. They haven't. So I know they are around. They don't know. I doesn't know if they don't know if I am around. So we can shoot blindly with our one arrow. Let's take cover. And while they're milling around, I'm going to put this back in my bag because I don't want to leave it here if I retreat. Let's wait and look for them. Keep looking. Keep looking. Oh, okay. So we went back to the mini-map for a minute, which means one of them left and then the other one is here. So let's look for that guy, because taking on two people at once is... Okay, they both left, so we successfully out-hid them. Out-hid them? So I'm guessing they were following me, they've been looking around all the circles for me, and then they just didn't find me there. So let's go back to sleep. We can heal that cut, we can heal that wound. We'll get up to well rested. So hopefully these will start healing, because I really don't want them to get infected. Let's keep resting and healing. Yeah, so there's one of them. And it's now dawn. So, very important if you play this game. Pick up the bag and take it with you, because the amount of times I have not taken the bag and then left it and then not being able to recover it is quite big, and it's quite bad, because the sleeping bag is really quite important. And we didn't get jumped by those fools, so I believe we've made it for our first day-ish. And let's start making our way to the glow to the east. Players in average campsite... Oh, that's all updated. Unless there's one on the ground here. Oh, okay, so we've walked here and there's a bunch of other stuff on the ground as well. Half a pair of binoculars. I'm going to take that over the spare shirt because, again, with the crafting system, I imagine if we find string, what's there? Medium chunk of meat. What could go wrong? That won't go. That's not going to bounce back and go bad. If we find the other half, we can make some binoculars, which I imagine are really quite useful in this game. Let's do some more scavenging. Let's find... Ooh! Another arrow. And a tarp. Scavenging is going surprisingly well in this run. I don't really have a way to take any of this stuff with me though. The tarp is useful because you can build a shelter over yourself, which is good if you stay in the forest. I'm not sure what I'm really scavenging for because I have nothing to carry it with. Let's end the turn. Oh, here's that guy. Well, this guy doesn't have anything, so let's try and hit him with the bow because there's an arrow on the floor. So we got him in a row-like leg. He's stunned and unable to move, but he's also quite far away. And it turns out he actually has a spear. So let's see if we can kill him before he actually gets anywhere near us. Oh, there's 3 arrows. Nice. God, bow is OP. Or do arrows not go in a compound bow? I guess not. Let's put the bow on the ground then and bring out the knife. Have a knife fight. Hey, Duragai. Let's move towards it. Let's sneak towards him. Oh, I'm still hiding, aren't I? Keep sneaking. The opponent is bleeding, which means in the long term we will get the best of him. Let's demand his surrender. Oh, he's charging at us. I'm going to dodge. And he misses. Okay. So this is how combat works. You kind of have all these options you can do and you decide what's best. I like to try and play defensively. Let's move towards him. I'm going to threaten him while I'm close to him. He's demanding our surrender. That's a no. That's a no. Let's try and stab him. We didn't equip the knife properly. Whoops. But we punched him in the leg. That's something. Let's actually try and stab him now. And he's in severe pain. We're both. Oh, I'm bleeding from falling down a ravine earlier. Let's attack him yet again. Oh, what happened? We died. We grazed him. Oh, he wailed on our head with a broad spear stab. He stabbed us through the head with a spear. We dead. We're dead. So that's what happened. And then you kind of have like this. So yeah, Neo-Scavenger death will come swiftly, like that. That's why I was trying to avoid combat. We had contracted gastroenteritis. And it will tell you like interesting things about what happened. It's a good way of tracking progress. So, we visited Zomzoms. We found the multi-tool at Cryo facility, for example. So let's try that again without getting stabbed in the head. We'll take botany again. Lockpicking seemed completely useless. So instead I'm going to go for, we had athletic, we had medic, hacking, and let's go for good metabolism. Yeah, why not? Confirm. So yeah, spear through head equal dead. Let's hack the door to stay shut this time. I think whatever skill you pick will work, or you can just dive out the window. This all plays out in the exact same way each time. So let's quickly just kind of do that again. Get our medical kit. And we didn't have Eagle Eye, so we don't actually get the multi-tool, so we're just going to take a shard of glass. So yeah, that's why you want to avoid combat. That's a shame, because I think we were off to a good start there. We had we had a bow, for God's sake, and we actually picked up like proper clothing, proper footwear. We were well equipped. just not for combat or getting stabbed through the head. So, it's very much in the roguelike vein of, you kind of dust yourself off and try again. And, okay, it's not a bad start. Got a crock. We've got a tarp, which we can't really carry around. This is what you want, because we've got some rags still. We've got some antibiotics, which would help with that gastroenteritis, painkiller, and some more antibiotics. Double shirt. Allegan Fairgrounds. I wonder if we can find those later. And some more painkillers. That's really quite useful. Aha. And we found a bag. And I'm going to take that for now. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to take the tarp, because the tarp is really useful. I'm going to take an empty bottle, because we can fill that with water later. Take some crackers. Put some small parts. And we'll take the shards as well. So actually, that was really quite useful already. We've got some clothes, ate some food, got a plastic bag, and aha! Oh, why is it always 2 right shoes? These are perfect blue jeans. Perfect blue jeans. That's There's perfect jeans. There's also perfect shorts. Do these cover all our legs? Put on the pants. Okay, cool, because they've got more space. And I'm going to put in... Let's put the string in there. And I wonder if, because those are like perfect jeans... No, they still make dirty rags as opposed to clean rags. It's unfortunate. Okay, good start. Yeah, I guess you can't really equip yourself for a spear through the head. Really, we need to find, I wonder if you can find a helmet or something. Ooh, meat cleaver. How many spots does that take up? They made an animal-free meat cloning facility. That sounds actually quite useful. It's not a CD, it's a higher poopy UVD. What the fuck is higher poopy? Do I want to know? I'm just trying to decide whether I should actually drop this thing with like the tarp and stuff in it. I'll tell you what, I am. I'm going to drop the tarp because I want to be well equipped. And I'm going to take... Actually, I might not have to, because I now know how to do this. We've got our shopping bag with a... that's not going to fit in anyway, but we can still take the other stuff. So we've got a nice little meat cleaver in a bag. So we actually have a way of equipping ourselves. What if you find a Walkman? To be honest, these UVDs turn up every now and then, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was a way. We've got blisters. There's a feral dog. Let's not go to Zomzoms this time. Let's try and just... The thing about the glow to the east, I'm pretty sure it's going to pop up every time, so... Oh, crap, I did not see the dog there. Hide the track scene, we're very in open view. We are shivering. Let's make a beeline to the forest. Let's hide our tracks. And find some food and not fall down a ravine. There we go. Edible berries. Yum, yum, yum. Everything's edible. But no space for it. And we've got max hunger, so... Let's keep making our way to the east. Because some of these have shacks in them and stuff. I've got to stop ending my turn in open view of everyone. There's a city there. We slipped on a rock and we bruised our arm. Bruising's fine. Like, bruising's fine. Scratches are what you need to watch out for. Let's see what everyone's got in their houses. Finding a backpack would be pretty sweet, actually. Instead we find a roadmap and some more empty bottles. Hyper-preservative. Bacteria are scared to eat it, so you don't have to be. Just one way the Mr. Johnson company is watching out for you. And this is what I should have done last time we got that map. Right, so locate Detroit. Oh yeah, this is in Michigan, isn't it? And we trace a route, so let's confirm it. And we're done looking at it. So I wonder if now if we go to the mini-map. Oh, so that glow to the east is actually Detroit. Ah, so there is a city. We could live in a ravine. I have heard the good things about them as well. Cheap rent. Okay, so that's interesting. So the glow in the east is actually Detroit. There's a stranger who doesn't look like he's holding anything. Let's end at it. Oh, he's moving over to us. He's bleeding. It looks like he didn't see us. I'm gonna try the diplomatic approach. He didn't see us. Offer to talk. He ran away. Well, and they say diplomacy is dead. Maybe he has also once had a spear through the head and doesn't want to repeat the experience. Oh, a squirrel corpse. That sounded way too excited about that. Poison berries, poison mushrooms, water, which you can put in. Fill our bottles up with it, because we don't need it quite yet. Living in the woods will increase never mind. But yeah, we can also do this, and if you ever need a makeshift weapon, just get a massive branch from a tree. I can live without taking a squirrel corpse. Lucky I ain't hungry, punk. I just wanted to speak to you. He is vulnerable. He's trying to retreat. I just want to talk to you, dude. He does not want to talk, and it's raining, and we don't actually have a sleeping bag yet. But let's keep moving east. Let's see what's going down in Detroit, and let's go on a hill because we can see further. So that guy's probably just like in a similar situation to us, not like the other guys who are like well equipped and well armed. Kind of like that thing in DayZ where you find people when they've just started. It's like sometimes you just pass gently by in the night. Let's try and find a backpack or a sleeping bag. If we find a sleeping bag, I'm not sure what we would take. I'll put the talisman in there, and let's put the binoculars on. I've not had the binoculars before. Does that just mean I can see further? I'm guessing it does. I'm not gonna starve to death, I think. I hope. Please no starve to death one time. Whoa! There is a sudden roar, a rush of dry air, and its blinding blue-white light bathes the area. Formless darkness begins to appear from within, and soon it emerges, an impenetrably black silhouette endlessly casting fragments of itself. Orange burns from its centre. I think we're fucked. A murder wraith. Nope. Running the fuck away from whatever the fuck that is. What the hell? I did not realise there were like extra supernatural creatures. I'm staying the fuck away from them though. Yeah, that guy was there. He can deal with it. Didn't want to talk? Talk to the murder wraith. That's a new one. That hasn't happened to me before. We're going to scavenge for something that kills a murder wraith. Yeah, is this what has become of Detroit, that well-respected city, which is still way over there? Detroit megacity gates. It's now a megacity. This is the future, so you know Detroit might be different these days. Yep. Nope. Running away from the I think that guy who walked into that tile is he's effed. Completely effed. And all I want to do is find a sleeping bag. But no, it's just jeans and empty whiskey bottles, which actually hold. Let's drink from this one. Get rid of it, because you look like you hold more water. And let's put this down because I just remembered. First aid kit fits it nicely. I wonder, because when you die, this is referred to as a protective talisman. So I wonder if taking that off summoned it, because I've never taken it off before. Interesting. Really interesting. Oh god, it's back. Retreat. Right. Just on the off chance, fuck the binoculars. Why must you follow me, Mr. Murgrave? I don't want a hug. No hug, Mr. Murgrave. No hug. Will you fit in here? No. Okay, sorry about binoculars, it's time for you to get effed. Hide track. I'm gonna start running. We fatigue faster, we leave more tracks, and we can't. Okay, let's not, but let's start hiding. Oh god, this is not good. Not good. Okay, I've turned on hiding. Are we doing science with them? Yeah, I do science every now and then. I'm gonna try. We can only have one move per turn. We're well rested. I just really want to find a sleeping bag so we don't have to sleep in the cold, because that will get getting hypothermia is a quick way to die in this game. Nothing here. Well, I'm just gonna sleep on the ground then. Heal up that. Oh god, now it's raining. Yeah, we have moderate hypothermia, so we've got full clothes, but sleeping out in night in the rain. Oh, okay, so the Murgrave is when you remove the talisman. That's interesting. I've put it back on. Yeah, dependent. You are never coming off. Hopefully, now I've got it on, the Murgrave will leave. I'm not. Oh, cool! With Bunker City, there's more chance of finding a sleeping bag. It's normally. Oh, backpack, perfect. You get in my bottle. What to make a recipe for a crude torch. Take some string. Okay, I've never had a backpack before, so that's quite nice. But really do need a oh god, the dog. Really do need a sleeping bag quite soon. Normally, like an event triggers that gives you one. Maybe I've just been lucky and had that in like a bunch of other runs, and it's not actually a guaranteed thing. Because the hypothermia it kills you pretty much not out of the blue. Like the fact that you have hypothermia is the warning. That you need to kind of fix it. JT Smooth UVD case. Our UVD trade is going to go through the roof. Let's take some string, some small parts. I wonder if because we're sneaking it's making it hard to find stuff. Oh, great, a scratched UVD. Go into the UVD case. Oh, and a multi-tool. That's also quite useful. We're finding lots of useful things, just not the ones we need. Moderate hypothermia still, and we are getting colder. I don't want to hug the wakey uppy ghost friend. Did we scavenge here already? I guess we did. Yeah, we now have severe hypothermia. Running gives us some more moves. I'm desperately going to try and find some cities. That doesn't look like a city. That looks like a great black swamp. I think we're going to die soon. Sometimes you can find sleeping bags in the forest, so it's worth a try. Yeah. Wait. One time? Yeah? No, that's water. Water will warm us up, right? Eat a bunch of shit. So, the other thing is that if I had a way of making fire... Yeah, if I had a way of making fire, I would, but I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't have a fire source. You can make fire. Let's have a look at recipes. Food. Miscellaneous. Crude torch. Medium campfire. We need a flame source, kindling, and medium fire fuel. Of which I have none of those. I don't really know how to make kindling. Kindling and flame source. I wonder. I know sometimes when you're crafting, the sun comes up as a flame source. But that's about it. Oh crap! There's someone here. Let's have a. It's a dog. Run away from the dog. Oh, it's right next to us. Threaten it. No, it just. Sorry for dog lovers out there. We're gonna have to try and cleave a dog. We missed the dog. The dog is coughing up blood. We are also bleeding though. Let's dodge the next one. And now he's easy to attack, so let's go for a surge. Hey, the dog is I don't when I say hooray, I mean hooray there's less chance we're gonna die rather than hooray we killed a dog. We are hypothermic. We're blind. Why are we blind? Oh, 'cause poor conditions. Dog corpse. Let's empty everything out of here. Painkillers, antibiotics. Minor bleeding, minor bruise. We can't do all of these, so the chest seems like the best place to. Oh, we can do all of these. There's a lot of clean rags. Why is it not letting me put them on the other place? Oh yeah, it's very finicky about where you click. Right, okay. There you go. We've dealt with one of the crises just for the other 10, and now it's dark. And I forgot to put that back in, so good job I decided to scavenge, otherwise we would have left that on the floor. Right. So you get back in the shopping bag. Almost ate those. And let's take the rest for later. Sort those out. Bit of Tetris. What can we craft that in? Oh, there's not enough room left to craft. Out of interest, what does that turn? It doesn't make anything. Oh, okay, yeah, so we could chop that all into meat, so that's actually good to know for later on. We are going to have to stumble blindly in the dark and hope we find civilization like this, and hope there's a sleeping bag, because we are like very, very close to dead. Come on, office tower. Fuck. Yeah, I think we're like 2 turns from death. And we fell through a floorboard. I think we're effed, guys. Oh god. What are we up against? Oh no, whatever it was, it left. I'm still gonna stumble blindly through. Oh. We froze to death. That's what happens when you don't find a sleeping bag. What did we find out this time? The Murga Wraith spawned. We froze to death. Yeah. Okay. We almost made it for 2 days there. I'm gonna take Eagle Eye again. I'm gonna take trapping, because chopping that thing into bits seemed like it might be useful. Tough. Higher pain threshold. Is there one that's like more immune to the cold? No. What's enervated? Out of shape. Myopia. Can see. Oh, we can't tell if you've got Eagle Eye. Let's run this one then. What can I take as 1 point? Oh, tracking. Okay. Oh. Oh, so tracking lets you search for clues in the opening room. Yes, death number 2. The one of many. Belongs to a humanoid dragging something, possibly a mantle or a cloak. Was here for only the last 24 hours. It went through a doorway. It entered through the doorway, walked to the stasis tank, went to the control console. So someone let us out, and had the cloak. Can we search for more clues? No. Search console as well. So that's interesting. So now we know that someone deliberately let us out, and it wasn't just a timed thing. And we also now know from last time that the talisman, if you take it off, summons a Murga Wraith. Not worth the trade-off of the binoculars then, because that made it. And it's raining, so raining's bad because it means hypothermia will set in earlier. And let's do this. And start off with a multi-tool and the first aid knife. The first aid knife? That sounds like something a psycho would have. Let me stab you with my first aid knife. And we've seen this before. And let's hope we find a sleeping bag this time. Because the way I die most in this game is lack of sleeping bag. I'm going to move towards the east again. I want to see what's in Detroit. Or we can just find a feral dog straight away. Let's look for our target. Let's keep looking. It's a feral dog. It can bite and it's frail. I'm going to threaten it and doesn't care. So, threaten it. Yeah, I'm never taking off the talisman again because I assume the Murga Wraith is possibly something you can't kill. I could tackle the dog. I don't think tackling a feral dog is good. Let's move back 1 space. And okay, the dog's just like, fuck this. You're too elusive for me. And let's get our botany on. We don't need to eat just yet, so let's Put all those berries in there. We don't need to drink yet either. Dog's still hanging around the cryo facility, so let's move our way down. Meat from medium furry corpse. Now when you say furry corpse, do you mean furry as in something was furry, or the corpse of someone who is furry? I think once you read a recipe, you've got it forever. Let's try that out. Yeah, meat from corpse. I've forgotten how to speak English today. There are tracks going off over there, so let's kind of keep moving through the forest. We don't really need food and water now, but you can occasionally find other things that come in handy in the forest. It's usually, sometimes you will find a sleeping bag. I believe the map is procedurally generated. I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm going to just move straight towards that city. Because, again, let's just find a sleeping bag nice and early this time. Nothing in that city. And there is a secluded shack in the woods, which I believe are less likely to not have things because people don't notice them. And we found... we already know how to do that. But we have found a cigarette lighter, which means I'm going to eat these mushrooms now. So I assume that means that we now have a fire source, so if we do get really cold again, we can start a fire. Although I assume what that's going to do is alert a bunch of people because they're like, huh, fire. Probably some chump over there we need to kill. We can scavenge in an open field. Okay, so that just kind of does the same thing. We're a bit thirsty now, so drink up, eat up. This is why botany is so good, because I think if you don't have that skill, you don't know if what's edible and what's poisonous, so I imagine that's a really easy way to kill yourself. Let's walk up on the hill for more vision. I wonder if that's the same dog. Now, I am actually moving towards the east. This is because I know that Detroit's over there now. Even though we haven't triggered the thing that's like, oh, Detroit's over there. So, we'll find out. I'm leaving tracks everywhere. I should probably hide them a bit better. Let's just make a beeline for the city. We don't need to scavenge at a forest until we're hungry. Busted knuckles. What's that done? Okay, well, I guess we're fine. We're already shivering. Camp benefits. Camp benefits? What's that? That was, yeah, we're already at moderate hypothermia, so we need to find, because this time as well we haven't found any clothes yet. We're still just running around in the wild in a hospital gown. It does seem you need to be somewhat fortunate. Not trigger means of summoning the Murga Wraith again. Okay, we've got some clothes at least. Drink this water. Rifle scope. Let's put the shards of glass in here in case we need to shank someone. And let's just pray for a sleeping bag. We found something. It's another knife. It's better than our current knife. Let's take 2 knives. We can dual wield knives in fights. No one will stop us then. Let's move up on the hill because there's more sight. I am leaving tracks everywhere. Okay, so there's the glow. So clearly that happens at the start of the first night time. Oh, okay, this is good. This is the thing that where you find a sleeping bag. So we can use tracking. It wasn't recently occupied, and someone was either crawled out of it or dragged out of it. I've never had tracking before. You search in direction now for sleeping body indicates you notice the remains of a body. It's been picked clean over years of decay, ruining clothes. But it looks like a boot fell off, so there you go. One boot. And now we just take the sleeping bag, which means crappy knife go on the floor, good knife go in here, sleeping bag in hand. And looks like we've gonna survive from not freezing for once. And that's the triggered event I was talking about in the last run. That will happen, and generally you get a sleeping bag out of it. And because it's night, and because we seriously need to get some warmth up, let's open the campsite. Let's plonk this on the ground, and let's sleep. So yeah, you can see here we have warmed up. Let's sleep again. So yeah, we've gone from moderate hypothermia to just shivering, and I'm going to sleep again because it's still night. So yeah, we were too, because at night it just feels like it's not worth it to go around doing anything. Let's take our sleeping bag with us. And get back to scavenging. Perfect, now it's shopping bag. The thing is about last time is I had a backpack as well, which is quite exciting because I had one before. Meat from humanoid corpse. Yeah, the cannibalism in this game is evidently there. Will we be able to not give in to will we be able to avoid eating human meat? Chances unlikely, I think. Bust our knuckles again. Okay, so we're still on track for our road trip to Detroit. Okay, so those are our tracks, those are someone else's. So let's move up on the hill and see if we can spot what's causing them. I don't see it, but it's gone over there. And it's raining, delightful. And find some forest. Yeah, we're back to moderate hypothermia again. And the only way I really know of warming up is starting a fire, which I would assume warms you up, or sleeping. But I don't think we need to make a fire just yet. And now it's cleared up, so the temperature is picking up. Ooh, more city. I keep forgetting to hide my tracks, which is a dumb move. It does slow us down. We now have severe hypothermia again. So I'm going to move into here. Right, so let's create some sticks and branches and whatnot. And let's try and start a fire, I guess. Right, okay. So, fire, there we go. So let's put it in our campsite. And let's tell our dude to take a quick nap and see if that warms up even quicker. Yep, moderate hypothermia. It's now evening. Okay, so we're back to moderate hypothermia. And there's a mobile home in this forest, which has... North America has joined the ranks of the regions caused by wolf super packs. 6 or 7 wolves been spotted. There's now one of 400. Okay, so there's apparently, before all this happened, there was a bunch of wolves running around. That's interesting. Oh, the fire's gone out and there's now just a bunch of ash. Okay, so they've temporarily solved our freezing to death problem, so let's get exploring again. There's quite a few buildings here. Oh, I seem to be getting really unlucky with the yeah, some scrapes and bruises there. So we are getting quite unlucky with the old scavenging here. We are minorly bleeding there, so let's stick some rags on it. And see what we can find in the rest of these buildings. No, we scrape and bruise ourselves again. Dear. Wait, what? I'm now wearing a crude air filter. What did I do to cause that? Oh, wait, that's not the way I wanted to do that. As I said, one of the few complaints I have with this game is that moving stuff around can be really quite finicky when you have the automatic stuff on. Why do I now have an air filter? Oh, I put clean rags around my face. Okay. I imagine that's useless now, but maybe useful later? I don't know. And, oh, hello friend. You have a crowbar with a strap and you are strong and tough. Let's take cover. Oh no, he knows we're there. Let's offer to talk. A blue frog cultist. I guess we have to wait now. Okay, he missed, and he needs a moment to recover. This. Oh, I can't actually swap anything around. Let's run away quickly. I need to. I really need to. Let's take cover. Yeah, yeah, that's what I needed. Taking cover gives you a moment to move your stuff around. Oh, there's a cell phone on the ground here apparently. But let's take out the knife because it looks like this guy's not going to listen to reason. Try to use the environment against target. Move one space away from target. Okay, that seems like a decent option. Let's try and get him to fall over. He fell over, he bruised himself, and then he attacked us. He crushed our upper arm with a crowbar. We may be in trouble. Let's try and dodge the next attack then. Okay, he missed. Let's try and stab him. Okay, we stabbed him in the arm. I'm gonna keep up with this dodge. Which one is up? This dodge gonna attack for. Oh no. Uh-oh. What happened? No, he demolished our upper chest. And then our heart stopped. So yeah, we got whammed in combat again. 14 hours this time. Game is hard. Game is hard. How much time do I have left? Half an hour. Okay. Can we make it past 2 days? In fact, because it's the last run, let's all random and let's see what happens. We're a strong melee medic trapping botany person who's fragile, metabolic, myopic, and enervated. We can take. Yeah. This can't go wrong. Let's take strong and try and kick its ass. Oh, okay, so you can actually attack this thing as it comes to get you. But it leaves you injured, but we kill it. Interesting. So let's climb out the window and then scavenger it with medic. We don't have eagle eye, unfortunately. Although we do have a shard. So I think if we do some crafting and we combine this with the shard of glass. Ah, there we go. Now we have a shit ton of meat from a dog man. And we have some fur. We can make a shiv. I wonder if... No. Okay. I was wondering if we had... I wonder if we take the... if we could take the fur, we would then be able to, like... what do you call it? Thing. A jig. I know what I mean. Can you double rag something? No, you can't. So we'll tie that up. So we're already in pain. Let's go to the generic first town. That's interesting. I didn't know you could do that before. But I imagine if you had a way of dealing with it, like if we had like a lot of storage space, we could take that meat with us. Oh yes, if you're strong, you can be more detectable, but you can more likely to find loot. Hide our tracks. There are tracks over there. So that's interesting. This is maybe what doing like a random. Let's just pick all the random stuff. That's what it will do. Second housing collapse in many years. People are saying tunnels. It's getting very stalkerish now. And I'm going to take a saucepan. Because then because if you take a saucepan, I bet if you can then build a fire, you can boil water and it's definitely safe. And now I wonder if... I don't have a fire source yet, but I could, if I would have taken some dogman meat with me, I could have put it in... I could cook it. I mean, it's dogman meat. How hard can it be? And how... I bet there's no ill effects. Kind of. Sorry if that blew out anyone's ears. Sock. Double shirt. A squirrel snare. Well, catching squirrels might prove later to be more useful. Oh, and something's found us. It's a vulnerable, frail dog. I would just rather retreat. But we can't get away. Ooh. The squirrel snare is not a weapon. Quick, put it down. The saucepan must be a weapon, right? It is. Let's fight a dog with a saucepan. This is what I love about the combat in Neo Scavenger. It's just, it's exactly what it would be like if there was a nuclear apocalypse. Like, it would not be nice and elegant and you'd kill someone with 3 punches. It would be like, oh fuck, what's the nearest thing? Let's try and parry the dog. It fell to the ground. Good. Swang it in the head with a saucepan. And try this again. Oh, it's stunned, so there's no reason to parry, let's just whack it again. We crippled its left arm. It's stunned. I just keep hitting it, I guess. Yeah, the dog is dead. There's no reason to do the killing blow, so let's check it for loot. Now we can retreat. Well, we killed a dog, everyone. I hope we're happy with ourselves. We slipped down a slope. Yeah, a bit bruised. Bruises are fine. Okay, so we know to the north is Zomzoms. The east is Detroit. Since we're going randomly, let's just go to the west. See what happens. They need to be strong in the forest. And we've got botany. Poison berries, edible berries. Get in my tummy. Edible berries, edible berries. So let's eat these. Take those. Drink some water. And get on with our lives and move over to here. I did kill a dog with a saucepan. In my defense, it was a feral dog and it attacked me first. And so that's what higher poopy is. And I'm not being funny, still looks like poo. But we've got a backpack and we've got a tarp, which is also shelter, so that's good. Is that full of soup? Is that what soup looks like? Chef Yummy Creamy Crumb Soup. Oh, ketchup, great. Whiskey bottle, small parts. Soup cans of storage. Actually, pot fits in there. Bag there. Bottle. Some blinkies. Alright, cool. Yes, Doge crime indeed. I was attacked. I had no choice. Don't blame me. Blame the dog. Dog brought on itself. I had no choice. Let's keep scavenging. See if we can find something. Oh, it would start raining, wouldn't it? I would like to not get hypothermia. Ah yes, so you can get water from marshes and whatnot. Whether I should drink water from the marsh is up to debate, really. Let's eat some more of these berries. And these are edible, so let's just take those. Oh, the berries have gone in the whiskey bottle? Okay, let's put the water in the water bottle as well. How can I stream on Twitch and show living in the woods at the same time? Nice. Yeah, imagine living in a world with no Twitch as well. I'm just going to keep walking up hills because I get more vision. Well, this place just looks like it's nothing going on here. There we go, there's some civilization. It is now dusk. Better find ourselves a sleeping bag then. Yeah, strong is like more risky, but there's also a chance of finding loot, which we're not having much luck with really. Player is tired. Well, it's almost night time. Let's try and find one more city before the end of the day. Okay, so there's the glow. So yeah, that definitely happens only at night. And we still have moderate hypothermia. God, that bag is terrifying. Let's drink some food. What does that mean? How to make a piercing arrow. Let's drink this water. Let's checklist these up quickly. Oh, there's something here. Let's search and see what's going on. Ooh. An Enfield horror. Did I? Oh no, the knife was last game. Right, well, we all know the Saucepan meta is too strong. He's already knocked us down. We could just already be completely screwed. Right. Okay, let's pull him down with us. Enfield Horror's armour was barely affected. Oh, so we're both on the floor, and that thing has armour. And to be honest, it looks terrifying. That got up before we did. Roll dodge? Now it's leaping onto us. This, oh god, we can't even retreat at the moment. Tramples us. Let's just get up. Okay, it threatened us. Let's try and parry it and see if we can also smack this to death with a saucepan. That just missed. I just want to make it exposed. We can't parry again. Okay, let's try and whack it. It missed us. Parry? Aha! Try to trip the target. Okay, sure. Ah, it worked. Let's whack it while it's on the floor. We are weary. Oh yeah, we're tired, aren't we? His name is Lee, you horrorist. Horrorist. Okay, let's kick Lee while he's down. Actually, there's no point in kicking him. I might as well just whack him with the saucepan. That's more. Oh, are we actually going to kill this thing? I'd be really impressed. Holy shit! I thought that was going to kill us for sure. One last chance at finding a sleeping bag. There's a good chance we die freezing here. Unless... do we still have those shards of glass? It's just all chunks of meat. So I'm beginning to... we're not hungry, but I was kind of hoping, and this is going to sound bad, but you know, needs must, Star Wars and all that. I was hoping we could shiv this and just kind of sleep in its fur. But there you go. Alright, let's pick up our sleeping bag. Unless... I was just wondering, you just walk around with the dog corpse in your hand. Oh, you could. Oh, okay. Heavy load. I was thinking because, I mean, what a way to, like, intimidate everyone else in the wastelands. It's like carrying a dead Enfield Horror around and being like, ah, fuck you. We're gonna have to sleep. Let's hope there's no shelter. Let's hope we don't freeze to death in the night. Oh, thank God, it's the thing with the sleeping bag. That could not have been timed better. And oh my God, we have matching boots. What do you mean improper footwear? They're boots. They're the same boots. We don't actually need anything in this bag too much. Oh my God, saved at the last minute. Let's leave the car. I wonder if the game like triggers that if like you are close to dying in a city and you haven't found it yet. But that literally could not have been timed better. Let's make camp. Hey, we're down to moderate hypothermia. Rest and heal. Keep resting and healing. Oh God, I think we are attracting a bunch of stuff for some reason. Please don't be another Enfield Horror. Please, or just leave. A feral dog. We've fallen over. So is it. We don't have a saucepan in hand. Let's get up. Let's graze our chest with a bite. Gonna run away quickly. And then let's create an obstacle. Okay, cool. That distracted it for a moment. So we can get the killer of everything, the most OP world in the most overpowered thing in this world apparently, the saucepan, and threaten it. This saucepan's killed many things, dog. You want to run away, but apparently you don't want to. Let's parry and donk it on the head. Oh no, we missed. Parry again? Okay, oh, we're bleeding. Lure it into a problem. We're thirsty. Everyone's bleeding. I'd rather just try and retreat. That works. Side our tracks. We are thirsty, you say. I've got some water. I've just left that shopping bag there. And this actually has berries, but that does deal with thirst. We were bleeding from somewhere as well. Let's put them there. And let's move over here. That looks like it's a forest shack, so... Oh, the dog looks like it went over this way. Oh, if you hover over at the bottom it says tracks feral dog. Okay, that makes more sense. Thirsty again, but we can scavenge around here. Oh, and then we do find some water. Half a pair of binoculars. Protester associated with international peace movement bypassed the active denial system at camp grading in a tinfoil suit. Found by security forces. Ah, so this is why you read newspaper. In another run that I did on like a previous stream, you get like a mission to go to Camp Grayling, and it's like the dude's like, I don't know how you're gonna get in there. So I guess you make a suit out of tinfoil. Let's take a crowbar, and then let's move into this forest. Hide our tracks and then scavenge for water. Just kind of deal with this thirst problem quickly. They're edible, so we can eat those. Still hungry, so let's keep eating these. We are weary. I think that just means we're tired. Moderate hypothermia again. Okay, so feral dog leader was there, and it looks like it's moved across. Let's try and get to this city, because see if we can sleep in a oh, or this could happen. The idea is that we could sleep in a city. Oh, that sounds delightfully for if we can camp in a city, it's a bit better. A man with gold bangles. He drags a scared young woman towards you. Need damaged goods, needs fixed. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Ask the pimp how much of some fun it's been a while. That is fucking creepy. We're not doing that. I will patch up the girl. And we get $500. So money is a thing. I was hoping that would kind of lead us to a fact where we could kind of smack him in the head with a crowbar. But yeah, the fact that you can actually... Like, part of me is curious to see what happens when you take that option, but Jesus Christ, that's a creepy option. Hey, Shamonk09. Let's... Because we're so tired and whatnot, let's... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take the sleeping bag with me, which I think I left over here. No, it's over here. Okay, well, we're sleeping in this city instead, because I'm an idiot who forgets to take a sleeping bag. And all the okay, so that meat went off really quickly. So, and there's our shopping bag as well, but we don't really want to take it anymore. In fact, what was in the shopping bag? In case we do want to take something out of it. Water. Right, see you next year, Uno. Have a nice New Year's Eve and day, and 2015 in general. Okay. Well, let's sleep. Okay, we've got rid of hypothermia. I think we're about to get rid of weary. Our rags have fallen apart. That's probably fine. Probably want to take them off though. It's a minor cut. I think we'll be fine from infection. I hope. Let's try and sleep through the night. Raining, that's not good. I wonder where I've not come across anywhere where you can actually use the money. Kindling for our campfire, yes, you're right, it is. Do we have any water on us? We don't, but we are a bit hungry as well, so I suppose we could eat that soup. Now we're just thirsty. We'll find somewhere soon enough, like here, that will have water. Let's just bottom it, no need to risk things. We just want some water. Oh, the blue berries seem really good because they seem to deal with hunger and thirst. Actually, can you use the money as kindling for campfire? That'd be really interesting if you could. Although we don't have a way to set up fire at the moment, so. Oh, there have been deer here. That sounds like something that we could get in the fight with and maybe not get our asses kicked. Although the Saucepan will deal with that. Saucepan has killed many a creature. It's killed a horror, 2 dogs. I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. Oh, what the hell? What happened there? We blacked out from exhaustion, but we were sleeping. Oh right, because I guess because we random everything, that innovated thing actually caused us quite a lot of issues. Let's go looking with a crowbar. And well that's the good sleeping bag. You know what, that's good. Because fucking idiot me forgot to take the sleeping bag with him again. Because I'm dumb as fucking rocks. Oh, and we finally found some pants. Which means we can put the tarp in the pants. I have seen the Long Dark. I do mean to get around to Long Dark at some point. It's just one of those things on the eternal list of things to do. There's the dog. Because I've seen Alex play it a couple of times. It does look like a pretty sweet game. Let's fill up our bottle of water and drink the rest. Okay, this is a much more efficient way of eating things. You can't see what I'm doing, but there's a way to press a button that just means you instantly eat them. These are all poisonous. So let's just eat these ones instead. Okay, I feel like, apart from the fact our dude just passes out at the drop of a hat, I'm feeling pretty positive about this one as we go randomly towards the west. Raining. I will have to get around to that game at some point, though. Sort that hunger out. Seems there's very little civilization over to the west. And how far west have we made it? Like, if we would have gone to Detroit, we would actually be still nowhere near. Oops, that's the menu. Okay, we're weary again, so half off Steam. That is tempting, although, Jesus Christ, do I ever have too many games on Steam at the moment. Right, so I think... Stop scavenging. So we've got a sleeping bag, but I think we can do better with the crafting. So I think what we can do is you can make a we need thread, waterproof sheet. Okay, I'll see you soon, Ufakrana. We've got the tarp. I think if we like randomly craft from the forest, it gives us the wood. It just depends if we have thread, which is string, which we don't actually have, so no, we can't build a little, because then you can build like a little tarp shelter and you'll be all good. And I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to actually stop here, because when I come back I'll just remember to build a shelter and sleep. But I've gone for almost 2 hours and it's time to eat pizza, so I'm going to call it an evening here. I hope you have enjoyed. This game is pretty good, and I'm really liking. We're getting more into the plot, and the plot seems really, really interesting. I stream most Wednesdays now, I think, but I just kind of stream randomly. So if you want to follow. I have a YouTube, which is just youtube.com/SohNata, SohNata, and I'm on Twitter at SohNata as well. And have a good New Year's. Hopefully 2015 will be great. You'll have a great time. We'll all get rich or happy, preferably happy.